Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mireya if this is your first time here, and if it's not, thank you so much for coming back. Today we are going to be doing a comparison slash review of one of my favorite products, which is the Shade and Light Contour Palette from KVD Vegan Beauty. If you guys know me, you know that I am obsessed with this palette. I use this every single day. I cannot do my makeup without it. And today we are comparing it with a much more affordable drugstore brand, the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt Face Sculpting Palette. This one is my holy grail. I actually just did a video of my top 10 must-have makeup products, which I will leave linked up here for you if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at that. Is it good enough to replace my Shade and Light Contour Palette? Today, we went ahead and put it to the test. If you guys want to find out how this palette performs and which side I'm wearing it on, please keep on watching. Alright, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Recently, I saw Viva Glam K. If you guys don't follow her, she's on Instagram. She is a Puerto Rican mommy of 2 beauty influencer, and I saw her pick up this guy right here, the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt Contouring Palette, and I was just so shook at how beautiful it looked on her that I was like, I have to try it. I have to just find out how good this product really is, because this one comes in at about $12, yes, $11.99. And then we've got the I'm never gonna be able to say that. The KVD Vegan Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette comes in at $49.50. So that's a whopping 50 bucks that I think is absolutely worth the price. But is there an alternative? Is there something better at a fraction of the price? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't played with it. As you can see, I don't have anything on my face right now. So I thought that we can go ahead and do my full face like the way I typically would. I'm not going to change anything up. And I'm going to do one side with the KVD Vegan Beauty Contour Palette, Shade and Light Contour Palette. And then on the other side, I'm going to use the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt Palette. And then we will come to a verdict and see what we think. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my Bare With Me Tinted Moisturizer from NYX. I've been using this one a lot lately, so I'm just going to stick to what I would regularly do. I don't want to change anything else up. And I'm just going to grab it on my Real Techniques sponge. What do you guys think about this eyeshadow look? It was really quick and easy, but it looks like I put a lot of effort into it, and it's really, like I said, it's really easy. So if you guys want to see what I did for that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to film a video on this. Okay, so now that I've gone ahead and evened out my skin tone a little bit, I'm going to grab the NYX Cosmetics Skin Concealer, and this one is in the shade Gypsum. And I'm just going to use that to go ahead and conceal my the darkness under my eyes, and just give myself a little bit of brightness on the highlights of my face, the high points of my face, sorry. I love looking like this, it's so fun. And then again with the same makeup sponge, just gonna go ahead and blend it all out. Okay, and now that we've gone ahead and blended all of this out, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Fenty Beauty setting powder, and this one is in the shade Butter. And then I'm gonna pick it up on my Beauty Blender puff. It's a beauty puff, and then I'm just going to press it in and make sure I'm setting that concealer, and then we're gonna let it bake for a little bit too. Okay, then with whatever was left over on my, that's actually a lot left over, whatever's left over on my little beauty puff, I'm just gonna go ahead and press it on the sides of my face and on my forehead and down my nose, just to make sure I set all of the other concealer that we applied. All right, time for the fun stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna do, this side is gonna be the NYX side, and then this one's gonna be the Kat Von D one. KVD, sorry, And do not judge me for my dirty palette. It is just loved, okay? Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the Kat Von D palette, and I like to combine these two shades right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab it on my Morphe M405 brush. It's just a nice, dense, fluffy, angled brush. So I'm just gonna work it into right under the hollows of the cheekbone and then blend it upwards. That's kind of my process. So I love how soft and diffused that is. It's not too harsh. Let me rewind real quick. So this Kat Von D palette, okay, so this palette has 6 contour and highlighting shades. You have 3 light ones and 3 dark shades. These are very, very versatile, and you can work with many different skin tones. They're very smooth and like almost buttery. They're so easy to blend. I can wear it whether I have foundation under or no foundation under. Even if I just have a moisturizer, they blend out very, very seamlessly. So I love these, and I love that they are pigmented, but they're not so pigmented that that they become overwhelming, if that makes sense. So they're just the right amount of pigment that you can blend them out and add some more if you need to, but you don't need to go through like a whole pan to get yourself like the proper amount of color that you're looking for. So that's why I really, really love this palette. So I'm gonna put it on my forehead also, just because I always contour there. And then I'm gonna bring it down on the jawline too. Okay, so this is a really nice and soft contour for me. Now let's go ahead and try it out with the NYX palette. So this NYX palette has, it's still sealed, I think. Okay, now I'm gonna have to open it on camera. That wasn't so hard. Okay, so this NYX palette has 3 shades. It has a highlighting shade and then a contouring shade. I'm slightly worried about how dark the dark shade is. I'm hoping that if I go in with a little bit, it'll still work out, but we'll see. These are just like my first impressions. And then it also includes a shimmery highlighting shade, so I thought that was pretty neat. We're gonna go ahead and try to use that too. I won't have anything to compare it with for the Shade on Light contour palette, but I want to use it anyway just so that I can give my opinions on how much I like this highlight, if I like it at all. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start off light just because I am nervous, but let's see here. Okay, it's pigmented. I'm blending it out the same way that I did on the other side. So I'm just working it here into this little V section, L. You see right here? I'm gonna work it right into underneath my cheekbones and then start blending it upwards and then bring it forward. I literally dipped it into the palette twice. So like 2 little dabs, so that's really pigmented. I can appreciate that because that means this product is gonna last a very long time. I'm not having any trouble blending it out. I'm not finding any patchy spots, so that's good. It's definitely darker than this side for sure, because this is a very soft contour, where this is a much more prominent and noticeable contour, but maybe we can make it work once we have everything put together. I'm gonna put some on my forehead here too. And then I'm gonna bring it down to my jawline as well. Okay, so far I'm not mad at it, you guys. It's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Which side do you think looks better? I do see just a little bit of separation. I don't know if you can tell between here and I guess like this part where I have the powder, but that could just be the setting powder causing a little bit of interference, which once I wipe it off, everything should go back to normal, but that's just like initial thoughts. We'll see. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off our setting powder. We're done baking. I usually always go in with blush right after my contour before doing the highlighting. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose d'Oro. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of that. I'm going to do it on both sides, obviously. Let's see how it blends in with other powders. Okay, they're blending in nicely together. I don't see a separation. It's not creating anything patchy. This is the NYX side. And then on my KVD Sculpt and Contour palette side, I mean, it's really soft. I feel like it made even the blush look a little bit darker on this side. Not darker in a bad way, I guess just more noticeable because the contour is so much more noticeable. So, okay. I kind of like it. Okay, moving on to the under eye brightening shades. So the Shade and Light Contour Palette, these are actually the ones that I dig into the most, as you can tell. I'm gonna grab the Morphe JH07 brush. I'm actually grabbing both the pale shade and the yellow shade. These are the shades that I usually use every time. So I picked both of them up on the brush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and press it in. I like to press it right up against my nose and underneath my eyes. Okay, so you could see a difference for sure. This one definitely looks more brightened than this one because I haven't put any products on this one. So let's go ahead and put the NYX shade to the test. This yellow shade on the NYX palette looks pretty regular, if I'm being honest. There doesn't seem to be anything very different about it. I'm not scared to go in with it. I am just gonna see how pigmented and brightening it actually is. Pressing it onto the side of my nose and right underneath my eye. So I did go in with a little bit more product on this NYX side, but I'm not seeing a difference. I'm shook. You guys, oh my god, is this actually worth it? Like, is this good? I don't know. You know what? It's driving me a little bit crazy that this side is a little bit more intense than this side on the contouring section of it all. So I'm going to grab a little bit more of the Kat Von D side. KVD Vegan Beauty, oh my god, will I ever get that right? To be fair, they did just change the name on me, but so I'm going to go ahead and intensify it just a little bit more so we can get like an even looking face here. Guys, I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty good. Okay, so for the final test, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the NYX palette one more time, and this time we're going to try out this highlighting shade. Let's take a look here. So that shimmer looks like it's got golden hues to it. That is my preferred highlight type, so it might just work out. I'm gonna grab it on the Morphe M501 brush. Wah, wah, wah. So I am seeing a highlight, but I feel like it's also making my skin look a little bit, hold on. So here's the highlighted side, you guys, right here. I'm not too impressed with the highlight itself. I could definitely live without the highlight. The highlight makes me feel like my skin looks a little powdery. I'm gonna show you just like one of my highlights that I would do on this side, just so we can get a nice like actual comparison. So one sec. You know what, we're even gonna do like another affordable product. So we're gonna compare it to this Milani Blush. This one is in the shade Strobe Light. And it's still kind of like a champagne tone. So I'm gonna grab it on the same brush, and then we'll go ahead and wipe that on. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but automatically like the shine on this one is, to me, instantly noticeable, so I don't have to go in, oh my god, no, yeah, that's a huge difference. Do you see that? There's no comparison for that highlight. And that's that it's another affordable drugstore product. So, yeah, this highlight is bomb. Milani did not come to play. Let me go ahead and finish off my eyes because I do want to put a little bit of eyeshadow underneath my eyes and then pop on some gloss. And I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. First of all, you tell me what you think. What do you think about this? All right, so let's look at Exhibit A and then Exhibit B. What are we thinking, you guys? I am impressed. And I will say, I came into this with high hopes as it is. I did not expect to like it this much. I like it so much that I honestly see myself using this on a day-to-day. Like in my regular day makeup, I'm going to be using this on a daily basis. I am that impressed with it. I want to talk about the contouring shade. 2 little taps and it got me this pigmentation of a contour. And it's not overwhelming, it's not too red, it doesn't make me feel muddy, it makes me feel good. Like I feel good with this contour. So clearly a little bit of product goes a long way. I'm very, very happy and pleased with that. Now in terms of the yellow shade, I could not tell the difference. I'm looking at it and I can't, like I would not be able to tell which side I used the NYX side and which side I used the Shade and Light contour side. It's as good as a luxury priced under eye brightening shade. Now, for the highlight shade, first of all, where is it? Where is it? Show it to me, please. ¿Dónde estás? Por favor, dime. Like, she's not there. She is not there. I put her on, I packed her on, and the more I packed her on, the more powdery my cheek looks. So I'm not impressed with the highlight. As you can tell, this is a Milani highlight that we did here on this other side. Also drugstore, also affordable, beaming. She did not come to play. She came to slay. But as a standalone palette, this little trio I would definitely repurchase. So like I said before, this is a $12 palette at Target, and then this one is a $50 palette at Sephora. So clearly you're getting more shades here, a bigger variety, but like if you can't afford to get this one, you don't have to. You just go get yourself a NYX one. If I were to just walk out the door like this right now, I don't think anyone would be able to tell the difference that I am wearing 2 palettes on each side of my face. I can definitely say that I'm going to be using this more often in my daily makeup routine. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So yeah, I really hope that this review was helpful for you guys and that you learned something new. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos, where we can do a comparison between a more affordable brand versus a more high-end luxury type of brand. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do upload a new video onto the YouTubes every Friday, so if you don't want to miss out on my next post, go ahead and hit that little notification bell. I love you guys so much. I will see you all next time. Oh, look at how cute this shirt is. Coffee, then cocktails. Bam. What?